Hey everybody, welcome back to GWN. I am Noctair, your host. I wanted to take today just kind of a Sunday morning with Nock. We're just gonna chat and talk about the game and where things are going. Do a quick status update on my other games and talk a little bit about the meta, some of the things that we're seeing. Here's my Builder Hall 7 game right now, my original one, the main game. 4,346 trophies. It's coming along just fine. You see the base design I've been using here for the last day and a half. I think I'm going to stick with this one for probably the next several days. I like it. It's doing pretty good for me. Second game is the Noctair game. And that game is also doing pretty good. I think it's hovering around 4,200 trophies, give or take. Yeah, 4,225. Another new base. I've been running this one for the last day since we finished this one off the other day. Not doing too bad at all. I like this base. I'll keep it on here as well for a while. Probably when the other games get done, I'll add new bases on them and put these as backups in case the other bases don't work. Haven't done very much in the way of upgrading on it. It still has the level 4 giant cannon, the level, there it is, level 5 firecrackers, and the level 4 hidden Tesla. Just kind of leaving it as it is, to be honest. This is basically just the Builder Hall 7 upgrade with a bonus pack. On the other game front, I've also got, let's see, CoC BB is in the process of upgrading right now. And trying to build up a little bit of elixir in the storages for that game so that it can overflow and get the 5th Army Camp as soon as it gets done. Now, these are my free-to-play games, so unlike the other games, they won't get the benefit of all the gemming that I did on my main game. Cyberon has about a day left in its upgrade. CoC was, I think, 2 days. And I'm saving up on that one as well. See, Naid Kasanta, Clash Maniac, and Zed for Didagung. I am not upgrading those. And I'll tell you why. They're running a level 1 battle machine. And running a level 1 battle machine at Builders Hall 6 was an experiment. And I got to say, it is the pits. Absolutely hate not having the ability on Builders Hall 6. Repeatedly, I lose battles on these 3 games because I just don't have the oomph I need with the battle machine. And if I could just hit the ability once or twice when he comes out, he would survive a lot longer. He would take down the Builder Hall and so forth. I definitely, and I'm going to do a video on rushing here in the next couple days, but I don't recommend going above Builder Hall 5 with a battle machine less than 5. You can do it. I've done it. It works okay. But if you really want to enjoy the game, if you want to advance well, you need to have that level 5 battle machine. Phoenix Abyss, the Hyper Rush game, just started the upgrade on that last night, so he's got about 3.5, 4 days to go. You can see the base right here. He is a Builder Hall 6, and he has a level 2 multi-mortar, level 3 air bombs, level 1 roaster, and the crushers are both level 3. Everything else on the board is level 4. And the whole point of the Phoenix Abyss game, the Hyper Rush that we're doing here, is you put everything down, you upgrade the key troop, then you upgrade a storage, and jump ahead to the next Builder Hall level as soon as you possibly can. The way Builders Hall 7 dropped, the timing of it was actually pretty good, because this made it to Builder Hall 6 in 24 days, but it's actually taken a couple of weeks at such a low trophy level to be able to get everything together to do the upgrades. So now we can do the upgrade to Builder Hall 7, and it's really not that far off from our original schedule if Builder Hall 7 had already been out a week or two ago. So that's not so bad. It's going to have a level 1 battle machine, which is going to be interesting. Like I said, it's absolutely the pits at Builder Hall 6 having level 1 for the battle machine. I can only imagine what it's going to be like at Builder Hall 7. But running around down in the 2,500, 2,600 trophy range, I'd imagine this game is probably still going to trounce just about everybody. He probably won't start to feel the brunt of the pain until, I don't know, maybe a week or so in, when I get up to around, say, 32, 3,300 or so. At that point, I think I'll start to wish I had that level 5 battle machine. And who knows, maybe by then I will have him, because I'm going to upgrade him right away. He's going to be a priority upgrade as soon as I get done. Kind of talking in that same vein, over the course of the next couple of days, starting today and for the better part of this upcoming week, if you are Builder Hall 6 and you're in the 3,000 trophy ranges, between, say, 3,000 and 4,000, be expecting a lot of Builder Hall 7 games there. And the reason I say that is because everybody's upgrading. As I've gone up through the ranks, and some of my Builders Hall 6s that are upgrading right now are still down in the ranks, I've seen just tons and tons and tons of other games out there that are in the process of upgrading. Now, in theory, free to play, anybody who upgraded on Wednesday when this first came out will begin to see their upgrade finish today. So you figure Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Today is Sunday. So 4 days for the upgrade. Normal people who actually, got a good night's rest and just upgraded in the morning, their upgrade should be done now. People who got it later on in the day, it's going to be done later on today. The crazy among us who got up at, 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever time it was when they released this thing, they've long since been done for 10, 12 hours or more, I guess. But the point is that all these games that actually waited to finish the upgrade, to finish the 4-day upgrade, they're turning Builder Hall 7 today. There'll be a bunch more turning 7 over the next couple of days as well. And that means that the 3000s are going to become much more competitive for Builders Hall 6 players. This is the same thing we saw with Builders Hall 5. And at the moment Builder Hall 6 was released, they got knocked out of the 3,000 to 4,000 range. I mean, it was practically overnight. It was unbelievable. Similar to what we've seen here with the season reset, not a lot of Builder Hall 6s above 4,000. So be expecting that. And it's not that it's unfair. It really isn't. It's just the progression of the game. And I still see a lot of these posts on the forums where people say, "Oh no, the game is unfair," and I'm not being matched up even, and this is horrible. This is no fun. Well, the reality is, once you raise your game to a certain level, you're going to begin seeing people that are further along in the game, that are also more advanced, that are comparable to your level. And even if they're a Builders Hall level above you, even if they're 2 Builders Hall levels above you, unless they just happen to gem and they're working their way up the ranks, you guys are going to be fairly equal. It will be tougher in a lot of cases because the next Builder Hall level has to get less destruction in reality than you do because they have a few more extra structures. But that's not that bad. And a lot of us are playing against +1 all the time on our games, and we do just fine. I mean, when I was at Builder Hall 5, I was taking down Builder Hall 6s left and right without any problem at all. Every once in a while I'd hit one that would be a loss, but hey, that's all right. I don't expect to win every game. So don't allow this to get you out of whack, get you all disjointed in that. Just understand that it's the way the game is set up. It's all based on trophies. It doesn't matter what level you're at, and you can work through it. If you're even with somebody else in the trophies and they have a higher Builder Hall level, it's because you're that good. It really is. Don't think otherwise, because I'm here to tell you it's true. It is absolutely true. So with Builder Hall 6 about to get knocked down in the ranks a bit, Builder Hall 7 is really going to take off. And what are we going to see in the meta on that? Well, right now, the meta shows that just about anything goes. Builder Hall 7, I think, is going to rise up to above 4,000 trophies. I think there'll be a smattering of them between 3,500 and 4,000. I think that region is going to be for new Builder Hall 7s and max Builder Hall 6s or near max Builder Hall 6s that are fairly mature in senior groups. The Builder Hall 7 games, I think, will typically beat the Builder Hall 6 games without too much of an issue, except for the BH6 players that are really good attackers. And I think you're also going to see a general rising of most of the games. So Builders Hall 4 is going to see less Builder Hall 5 at a higher level than where they were before. Builder Hall 5 is going to see less Builder Hall 6 at a higher level than where they were before. That means more loot for everybody as you grow your base. So it's really it's a good thing all the way around for us. I think the meta is going to support the lower Builder Halls Much better now that we have the additional loot caps. Builder Hall 7 attacks. Take a look at some of my attacks here. I mean, there's a pretty wide variety. Seeing lots of witches. Seems to be doing really well. We're still seeing baby dragons, but they're not just spam. Same thing goes for sneaky archers, not just spam. I've seen some people try it, and it fails miserably. But what we are seeing is people that are very, very strategic in their placement of the baby dragons. Baby dragon and minions, very good combination, very popular one. Of course, air dropships and beta minions is popular. Unfortunately, until you get it up to about maybe level 6 or 8, the dropship has limited use. I was testing it against some newly turned Builder Hall 7s, and that level 1 dropship just didn't work. Against early Builder Hall 6, it will work, but by the time you get about midway through Builder Hall 6, the air defenses are strong enough that a level 1 dropship just doesn't cut it, and you need to go to level 6. Level 6 will cover it right up to the very beginning of Builder Hall 7, especially if that person just does a complete strict free-to-play and doesn't buy the bonus pack for Builder Hall 7. That's a new one I haven't tried yet there, the dropships plus the witches. Heard some good things about it. Some people have played it and had a really good time with it. There's a mass sneaky archer attack. Mass barbarians. I'm having a ball watching these rage barbarian attacks. I have got to try bombarian and mass barbarian, and I'm thinking that might be the first thing that I upgrade. Mitch still working out really well. Giants, cannon carts. Giants and cannon carts, sometimes with another troop, like in this case, the sneaky archers, is actually a really powerful attack at Builder Hall 7. This is especially the case when you got level 14 cannon carts. They are able to take a little bit better of a pounding, and the base designs at Builder Hall 7, they just seem conducive to these giant and cannon carts attacks. So they're really good. What's the upgrade path? Well, looking at Builders Hall 7 and the kinds of attacks that I've been seeing, one thing has stood out, and that is archers don't go down in a single volley for a level 12 multi-mortar. Now, this is how at Builders Hall 6 we were able to deal at least somewhat effectively with these mass sneaky archer attacks. What you would do is you would drop your multi-mortar and get him up to level 6. And as soon as he was, one single volley of the 4 cannonballs was enough to take out a single sneaky archer. And of course, any that were right next to it would go down too because of splash damage. But at Builder Hall 7, we're already seeing level 14 sneaky archers, and they're able to withstand a full volley from that multi-mortar. That's a problem. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to go ahead and bite the bullet and do the 4-day upgrade on my multi-mortar to get him to level 7. That will be my first gold-based upgrade. And again, like I said, it's because I want to deal with those sneaky archers right up front. I hate that attack, the trickler. I've always hated that attack. As much as some others like the baby dragons or hate the baby dragon spam, there's nothing I hate more than the archer attacks. So I'm going to definitely get him upgraded right away. What's next after that? Well, the roaster seems to have a pretty good increase in hit points going from 6 to 7. You got a damage of 16 per hit points of 1,610, and he upgrades to hit points of 1,852 and damage per hit 18. So that's not a bad bit of damage increase for that particular defense structure, especially since it's all splash damage. So I'll probably go ahead and make the jump to level 7 for the roaster. Crushers are doing just fine as is. I'm not going to touch those for a while. Air bombs, fine. Firecrackers, fine. Is there much of a difference between the two levels of the firecrackers? Yeah, there's a little bit. I mean, you got 28 damage per hit, 804 hit points. It goes up to 31 DPS and 925 hit points. So yeah, there's a little bit of a boost there. But the bang for the buck just isn't that significant. Giant Cannon, he's already at level 4. We've got 33 DPS, 1,065 hit points. He goes up to 36 DPS and 1,225 hit points. Again, not a lot. Not impressed. So he'll stay at 6 for a little bit longer, or 4 for a little bit longer. That leaves our point defenses. And that's where I think I'm going to start to focus after I get the multi-mortar and the roaster. I like the Archer Tower. We got 58 DPS and 1,005 hit points. And that goes up to 64 DPS and 1,156 hit points. Not so much the hit points as much as the DPS. 64 DPS is nothing to kick your nose up about. So that's actually pretty good. Double cannons, I like what they do to the battle machine. And the fact that we can get all the way to level 20 on our battle machine really supports bumping these puppies up as well. I mean, 81 DPS, 1208 for the hit points. And they go up to 89 DPS. And then 1,389 hit points. So, damage per hit of 89 DPS, or 89 damage per hit, I guess DPH, not DPS. That's not a bad hit either. And that will definitely do damage to the battle machine along the way. So that's kind of my upgrade path on the defensive structures. We'll do first the multi-mortar, then the roaster, then kick it up a notch with the double cannons and the Archer Tower. Depending upon what I'm seeing, I may do one or the other of those two first. I don't know. I'm just kind of waiting and watching as the meta develops. Kicking over to offense. Right now I have everything at level 12. And these troops are actually pretty good for the beginning half of Builder's Hall 7. There's no doubt about it. I've gone against some maxed Builder Hall 7, some of the early gemmers that max everything. I wish I had $2,000 to do that. I've been able to beat them. I've been able to pull some good solid percentages, sometimes as high as 70%, 2-star. So the level 12 troops are actually very effective against these Builder Hall 7 maxed games. So it gives me a little bit of time and room to grow. Most of the people I'm going to be playing are not going to be the gem max guys. And instead, they're going to be people like me that they're either free to play or they've only spent a little bit of money on the game. And I'm looking forward to being on a more even grounds there. So what would I upgrade next? I think I'm going to go with Rage Barbarians. Like I said, I'm really impressed by what they can do just in mass, as well as what you can do with Bombarian. So the first upgrade is going to be to 13 and then 14 on the Rage Barbarians. And I'm almost there. I will be there in just a couple of hours when I can attack again. As soon as I got them done, I don't know. Maybe I'll go ahead and bump up the Giants. Boxer Giants get a pretty good amount of additional damage and hit points. Not to mention the Power Punch gets stronger. So that might be worthwhile. They're not too expensive. Although at 2,300,000, I'm probably just as well off to go ahead and do my beta minions. So yeah, I think I'm going to do my beta minions after that. And then probably look at the witches. That increased bat spawning speed is going to be helpful in the Night Witch attacks that I'm doing. So that's going to be my next three. It'll be Rage Barbarians, followed by the beta minions, followed by the Night Witches. Then I might finally go ahead and hit level 14 for the dropships and the cannon carts. A lot depends on what I find when I start the cannon cart attacks using level 12. I mean, the damage per second is nice, plus 20 and plus 16, so that'd be plus 36 damage per second. Hit points go up by 32. Be nice to have a little bit more. I don't think that's a big enough difference to make me want to move them up on the list. It's kind of funny, though, because back in the past, I wouldn't even upgrade them at all. So they have become contenders in the game. And it's another one it's a fun attack. So that'll be my my upgrade path for my troops. Rage Barbarians, Beta Minions, Night Witches, Dropships, Cannon Carts. Following that, I'll do the other 3, 4 at my leisure as it comes out, however it works out best for me at the time. So that is kind of where I am at. Need just a little bit more to start my first upgrades. That will be 4 days a pop. We'll get those two running. Base designs. I like this base. I like the base that I've got on Noctair. Both of them are running really well. They're both doing a good job for me and managing to keep back the tide of other Builder Hall 7s. Sticking around that 4,300 trophy range, so we're getting max loot. We're happy there. And I guess that's really about all we've got for today. As it's just a short video to give you a status update and where we're at and what we're doing, and talk a little bit about the meta and so forth. If you got any questions or comments, please do drop them below. If this is your first time with us, please hit subscribe. Those of you who've been here for, please hit like. Trying to build this channel, we got to get it up to 10,000 views in order to start to make some money off of this, which would be great, because then I can make this my living and I won't have to get a real job, which would be preferable. So if y'all don't mind, please let everybody know and pop back through here tomorrow. I'll have another video for you. I think we'll probably be talking about Bombarian at that point and how it works as a level 12 attack with that extra 5th camp. So thanks for hanging around to the end, and I'll talk with y'all later. Keep on clashing and take care. Bye-bye.